appraised this book actually at about $40,000.
Hello everyone. Under the neon lights of Las Vegas, one soft-spoken expert became the most fascinating figure on Pawn Stars. With an encyclopedic mind and nerves of steel, Rebecca Romney cracked open centuries-old books, exposed fakes' worth, fortunes, and saved the shop from disastrous deals, all while captivating millions of viewers. Then, at the height of her fame, she vanished without a word. No farewell, no explanation. Was it scandal, politics, or something far deeper? This is the untold truth about the woman who turned rare books into must-see television, and why her story is only beginning. Rebecca Romney wasn't born into a world of million-dollar manuscripts. She came into the world on April 6, 1985, in sun-drenched Phoenix, Arizona. As a teenager, she actually joked that old books are boring relics for old men. Her dream was to become a philosopher or maybe a translator. By college, she was already obsessed with languages and ideas, not auctions. At Brigham Young University, between 2003 and 2007, she buried herself in philosophy and classics while her classmates chose safer majors. 12-hour study days gave her mastery of English, French, Japanese, Latin, Ancient Greek, and even Old English. She once translated a Greek papyrus from 300 BC for a university exam and aced it. Professors were stunned. No one guessed those skills would later help her catch forgeries worth fortunes. Graduation, 2007. Rebecca applied for what she thought was a routine management job at Bowman Rare Books in Philadelphia. She nearly walked out when she realized it was actually a specialist post. With zero experience, she confessed her ignorance and still got hired. Her language chops impressed the owners enough to take a chance. Within months, she was handling treasures most people only see behind glass: a Shakespeare folio from 1623, a page from the Gutenberg Bible, and Isaac Newton's Principia Mathematica. In 3 short years, she rose from rookie to gallery manager in Las Vegas. By 29, she was the youngest senior director in company history, moving more than $10 million in sales annually. Rick Harrison didn't find Rebecca through a casting call. In Vegas's small antiques world, their paths had already crossed. Rick needed someone who could read the history of paper, signatures, and handwriting at a glance, and he called her directly. Her first on-camera moment came in April 2011. During season 4 of Pawn Stars, producers handed her a stack of Civil War papers, including a Confederate bond that might be worth $5,000. In under 10 minutes, she exposed a forged signature, dropping its value from 5 figures to a few $100s. Viewers were hooked. Ratings spiked 15%. Overnight, she became the book lady. From 2011 to 2015, Rebecca Romney appeared in roughly 30 episodes of Pawn Stars, handling almost 3/4 of the show's paper items. She authenticated Edgar Allan Poe notes hidden in a worthless manuscript. She explained the painful history behind 19th century slave trade papers. She debunked a fake Shakespeare folio that could have cost the shop thousands. She also saved Chumley's job. He bought a supposedly signed Charles Lindbergh autobiography for $500. If the signature was fake, Rick Harrison threatened to fire him. Rebecca compared it to a verified copy, noting Lindbergh's evolving autograph style. It turned out real and worth $1,500, triple the price, and Chumley stayed employed. Her style was her superpower. While other experts raised eyebrows and voices, Rebecca stayed calm. Even when revealing a $50,000 book was part of a 19th century forgery ring. Then came 2014 and whispers of scandal. A man brought in an 1841 edition of the Book of Mormon. Rebecca Romney valued it at $40,000. Rick Harrison bought it for $24,000. But online sleuths claimed the book was stolen from the University of Utah's Marriott Library. Rumors swirled. The FBI seized the book. Federal agents questioned Rebecca about how stolen items got on national TV. No charges ever surfaced, but by January 10, 2015, she filmed her last regular episode, appraising a 1730 for pirate book for $1,000. Then she was gone. No farewell episode, no press release. Forums exploded with theories. Was she fired, under investigation, or simply burned out? She still lists herself as Pawn Star's rare book expert on LinkedIn, fueling speculation about non-disclosure agreements. In 2016, she officially left Las Vegas for a senior director role. Back in Philadelphia, then Brooklyn, then Washington, D.C., she co-founded her own rare book firm, Type Punch Matrix, in Silver Spring, Maryland. This wasn't a quaint shop. It quickly moved Shakespeare folios, Gutenberg leaves, and six-figure titles to elite clients in a field dominated by older men. Rebecca's bold approach stood out. She also championed young women collectors. In 2017, she and Heather O'Donnell launched the Honey and Wax Book Collecting Prize, $1,000 a year, to the most original collection assembled by a woman under 30. Winners have included a tattoo artist curating botanical works and a national security analyst assembling military-themed texts. By 2025, the prize had honored 9 women and inspired countless more to claim the title collector. In 2016, Rebecca Romney married author and historical researcher J.P. Romney, distantly related to former presidential candidate Mitt Romney. Fans speculated about political influence, but Rebecca has said she's never even met Mitt. The couple co-wrote Printer's Error, Irreverent Stories from Book History in 2017, revealing wild tales of forged Galileos, Charles Dickens's copyright, battles, and the mystery of the Gutenberg Bible. Critics praised it as a rare reality TV crossover that produced a respected book. By 2023, the marriage had ended, yet Rebecca kept the Romney name professionally and her personal life private, especially regarding her two children. While running Type Punch Matrix, Rebecca began hunting for original editions of women who influenced Jane Austen but were erased from the canon, Frances Burney, and Radcliffe, Charlotte Smith. By 2025, her collection surpassed 50 rare volumes, each a piece of lost history. She turned that research into her February 2025 release, Jane Austen's Bookshelf, which the New York Times called sharp and fearless. It showed that only 10 to 15% of 18th century novels by women survive today, compared with 40% by men. Even Rebecca admitted she hadn't read many of these writers during her elite education or her rare book career. Rebecca Romney is no longer just a collector of rare books. She's reshaping the entire landscape of how they're studied, authenticated, and valued. After stepping out of the bright lights of Pawn Stars, she built Type Punch Matrix, a firm that fuses centuries-old scholarship with 21st century technology. What started in 2019 as a $100,000 startup in Silver Spring, Maryland, quickly became a laboratory for innovation. Her team began experimenting with AI and blockchain to verify provenance, bringing tools more familiar to tech investors into the world of leather-bound volumes and crumbling manuscripts. In 2023, they traced the ownership of a $50,000 Sylvia Plath manuscript all the way back to 1956, a feat of digital detective work that demonstrated how modern tools can reveal histories even veteran dealers might miss. But Rebecca doesn't hoard these breakthroughs. She's actively training a new generation of dealers to wield them. Through her seminars, she demonstrates spectral ink scanners that can detect forgeries with 95% accuracy, uncovering secrets invisible to the human eye. The results speak for themselves. Since 2019, Type Punch Matrix has appraised more than 1,000 rare items worth over $10 million. In 2022, Rebecca arranged a record-fast sale of 2,000 romance novels to the Lilly Library for $250. Zero in just 16 hours, a logistical and curatorial triumph. By 2024, she was curating exhibits spotlighting 18th century Black writers, ensuring voices once marginalized now take their rightful place in major collections. By 2025, the company expects to bring in $2 million a year through museum partnerships alone, using that revenue to keep overlooked stories alive. This May, Rebecca Romney will stand at the lectern of New York's elite Grolier Club, the 140-year-old society of just 825 members worldwide, delivering a talk titled Jane Austen's Bookshelf, Collecting as Investigation. For the once Pawn Stars book lady, It marks a full-circle transformation from reality TV expert to tech innovator to keynote voice in American bibliophilia. If you loved uncovering the hidden life of Pawn Stars rare book queen Rebecca Romney, smash that like button, subscribe for more untold stories, and share this video with friends who think reality TV stars fade away. Some leave the spotlight only to shine brighter, just like Rebecca. Thanks for watching.